It's 1519. You just time traveled to the Aztec Empire. Congratulations! You've arrived in one of the most beautiful cities on Earth. The bad news? They sacrifice humans. And you, looking like that, you'd make an excellent offering. Unless you do exactly what I tell you.
Just another aristocrat, history off track.
So, you invented a time machine. Congrats! First stop, the Aztec Empire. Because apparently dying of smallpox in a sacrifice ceremony while someone mistakes your iPhone for a shiny god rock sounded like a fun Tuesday to you. Look, I get it.
The vibes are immaculate. The city of Tenochtitlan is basically the Venice of the 15th century, but with more human hearts and fewer gondoliers singing bad opera.
But here's the thing. If you show up in 1519 without a plan, the locals aren't going to be like, oh cool, a tourist from the future. They're going to either assume you're a god, which comes with its own stressful performance review, or they're going to assume you're a very pale, very lost tribute slave. And neither of those options ends with you enjoying a nice vacation. You need a survival guide. You need to know how to walk, how to talk, how to trade, and most importantly, how to keep your still beating heart exactly where it is, inside your chest. So pack your bags, drop your modern assumptions at the door, and let's figure out how the hell you survive the Aztec Empire. Let me explain how things work here, so that you do not end this adventure prematurely on top of a pyramid. First, money. You have brought plastic cards and paper bills. Adorable. Here, currency is made of chocolate, specifically cacao beans. You will pay for your dinner with handfuls of them. You will also, before paying, have to bite into each bean to make sure it has not been hollowed out and refilled with dirt. This is not a joke. Counterfeiting is a local hobby. So you will spend your evenings chewing your savings. How dignified. For larger purchases, there are cotton cloaks. They come in standard sizes. Your modern jacket, with its zipper and synthetic fibers, is worthless. They will stare at the zipper and assume witchcraft or attempt to remove it for use in a ritual. Neither outcome benefits you. Now, let us discuss your safety. You are standing on an island in the middle of a lake. To leave, you must walk across a causeway crowded with merchants, farmers, and priests. The priests are the ones to watch. They will look at you the way a chef looks at an interesting cut of meat. Not hostile, merely professional. Walk with purpose. Do not stare at the aqueducts, impressive as they are. Do not take out your phone. If you gawk, you are a tourist. If you are a tourist, you are prey. And the predators here do not simply want your wallet. You will need somewhere to sleep. There are no hotels. You have two choices. You can attempt to stay with a local family, but you are a stranger with no relatives and no one to speak for you. They will not trust you, and rightly so. Your other option is the great market of Tlatelolco. 60,000 people pass through daily. You can curl up under a stall like a stray dog and go unnoticed. It is not comfortable, but it is safer than being noticed. Food. You are in the birthplace of an excellent cuisine, but you must be selective. There is no beef, no pork, no chicken. There is turkey, there is dog, there are insects. The grasshoppers are quite good actually, roasted with a little lime. Think of them as nature's snack chip. The corn, however, is essential. They soak it in lime water. This process releases nutrients. If you skip the local corn and eat only what you brought, you will develop a disease that causes your skin to peel and your mind to fail. So eat the corn. It is not a suggestion. Do not, under any circumstances, drink from the lake. It is salty and filled with things that will make you ill. Drink pulque instead. It is fermented cactus sap. It looks like milk and tastes sour, but the fermentation kills the harmful bacteria. It also contains vitamins and a small amount of alcohol, which may help you cope with your circumstances. Now, we must address the temple at the center of the city. You have seen the pictures. You know what happened there. Let me be precise about your risk level. The Aztecs do not wage war to kill their enemies. They wage war to capture them. A soldier who brings back a prisoner for sacrifice is more respected than one who simply kills on the battlefield. This is important information for you. If you get into a fight, you must win decisively. If you merely injure someone or knock them unconscious, you have not defeated them. You have volunteered yourself for the next ceremony. They will drag you up those steps, and the man you fought will be celebrated for his fine catch. During times of crisis, they also sacrifice their own people, volunteers even. It is considered an honor. The afterlife for sacrificial victims is quite pleasant, or so they believe. You may find this belief difficult to share while standing on a pyramid. Your strategy, therefore, is to be forgettable. Do not dress well. Do not speak confidently. Do not draw attention. Aim to be a peasant. Peasants are rarely selected for religious honors. They simply die young of infections and hard labor, which is, in this context, a favorable outcome. If you injure yourself, you will face their medicine. It is sophisticated in many ways. Hundreds of herbal remedies, skilled bone setting, steam baths for cleansing. But if you need surgery, they will use obsidian. It is sharper than steel, but brittle. If a piece breaks off inside you, that piece stays. And they do not believe in germs. They believe in angry gods. Your infected wound will be treated with smoke and a live frog. Bring antibiotics, hide them, use them discreetly. Should you survive long enough to make a friend, aim for a merchant. The Pochicaplos travels throughout Mesoamerica, trading and spying for the empire. They are wealthy, respected, and more worldly than the average citizen. A merchant can teach you the language, help you acquire goods, and explain the social rules you keep violating. He will also invite you to a feast. There will be poke, there will be poetry. The Aztecs believe that poetry, which they call flower and som, is the only way to approach truth in an unstable world. If you cannot recite a verse about the brief nature of existence, you will seem uncivilized. Memorize something beforehand. One final threat deserves attention. If you have arrived in 1519 or later, the Spanish are coming. They bring guns, yes, but more importantly, they bring smallpox. The Aztecs have no immunity. They will die in numbers too large to comprehend. If you arrive after the disease has arrived, you will find streets filled with bodies, people covered in sores, priests praying to gods who do not answer. In that scenario, leave. Go to the mountains. Find a small village. Hide. If the Spanish find you, a pale stranger who speaks oddly and knows too much, they will assume you are a witch or a heretic. They will not be gentle. So, can you survive the Aztec Empire? Unlikely. The society is rigid. The beliefs are absolute, and you are an outsider with no family, no patron god, and no guild to protect you. In a culture that defines you by your clan, being alone is the most dangerous condition possible. But if you are careful, if you learn, if you keep your head low and your mouth closed, if you chew your currency and eat your grasshoppers and sleep under a market stall like the unnoticed creature you must become, if you do all of this, you may survive. You will die young. Your teeth will be ground flat by the corn. Your back will ache from the ground. You will never go home, but your heart will remain where it belongs, beating quietly in your chest.